right now is a Stop CMV bill. Congenital cytomegalovirus, or CMV, is the #1 cause of non-genetic deafness in the United States. It can also cause a whole list of other very scary birth defects. 1 in 200 babies will be born with this very common virus. Many will not have symptoms, but 1 in 5 will. It is passed from an infected mother through the placenta. Spearheading the Stop CMV bill is my guest today, Senator Richard Blumenthal. Welcome.
Thank you very much, Ann.
Thanks so much for being here and for spearheading this. Folks don't know a lot about CMV. We're having to educate them. Where does the CMV bill stand right now in Congress? Where is it?
First, it is a bipartisan bill, which makes it somewhat distinctive. I'm very pleased to have introduced it with a Republican colleague from Kansas, Senator Marshall. It's in committee right now, and I'm hoping that we will have a hearing on it soon, because there's a new study just been released, University of Michigan, saying that congenital CMV is the cause, in fact, 2.5 times more likely to result in a baby having some kind of autism. We know that it causes developmental defects if it's undetected, hearing loss, possible cerebral palsy. So it is a serious condition, and that's why the bill basically incentivizes screening for it, so that the effects can be stopped before they cause real damage.
You and I talked about this. This is personal to me, as my 3rd grandbaby was born with congenital CMV and was born deaf and has developmental delays, among other things. If this bill passes, and we're a long way from that, how will it roll out to the states? How will it get funded? What happens?
Connecticut is at the forefront of this effort because we have a bill that provides for screening, but that is the basic concept here. $20 million over 2 years, incentives for states, hospitals, any place a baby is born to do this screening. You know, we do all kinds of screening. As a dad of 4, I know a little bit about it, but just a little bit. And we all know that the first thing that's done is, you know, a bunch of tests on the newborn. This would be then one of them. That incentive would lead to more of the screening, but also research. The bill has $5 million to really do some serious investigative work on how CMV causes the kinds of effects, developmental delays, possibly autism, 2.5 times the risk of autism if a baby is born with congenital CMV. And the point that you made is especially important, that a great many babies are born with it. And, you know, it's 1 in 5 is the estimate, but what's important is the screening within 21 days. And that timetable is important because a lot of babies may be infected after the 21 days, and then it has very little or any effects. It's the congenital CMV that is potentially a problem.
Correct. 21 days to administer an antiviral to do any further damage to children. And if you don't know about it at birth, then you've got no shot at the antiviral. So that's why there is a race against time. Is there a timetable for this? Do you think it will get out of committee in 24?
We only have a very limited amount of time left in this session, but you have been such a champion for this measure, and that's what it takes, is champions like yourself and others, citizen activists, because I think that at some point it will pass. It may not be this session because we have just months left before the end of this year, but I'm hoping that we'll have a hearing, and then possibly in the lame duck session, as it's called, after the election but before the new Congress is sworn in, we'll have a window when it could get done, especially if it's attached to a bigger bill.
Well, there's a lot of hope for families that I hope we get this done for kids around the world that haven't yet been born. Senator, thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate it.
Thank you, Ann.
You bet. And if you'd like to learn more about congenital cytomegalovirus or CMV, go to WTNH.com or the News 8 app.